I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Hello? 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 Is anyone here? Does anyone hear me? Blue Spring! Blue Spring isn't here? What? Oh my goodness. Hi, Blue. Oh my goodness. Just a second, I forgot to do a thing. Hi, Bondforge Sky. Hi, Mel. Hi, Jinx. Hi, Yami. Hi, Azaru. General Kenobi. Hi, Fox Girl Amber. How are you doing? I posted about this on Twitter earlier, so I think everyone knows why we're here. If you also haven't looked at the freaking chat. Sorry, not chat. What was it? The title. There we go. The words. First time watching a stream from you? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh my goodness. I just got back from a nice drive with my mom. It was great. The clouds are really pretty today. Oh my goodness. I've been taking pictures of clouds lately. I'm not going to post them anywhere because I think I have a few GeoGuessr people on my chat. And I'd rather not get doxxed from a picture of the sky. And maybe a singular telephone pole. GeoGuessr people are built different, like truly. I don't have Twitter. Okay. Well, you can still see what the stream is about from looking at chat then. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
How's
there.
everyone today? General Kenobi. Hi Kay. How are you doing? Welcome to stream. I've got Dr. Pepper in front of me. If I sound caffeinated, that's why. So this stream is not going to be super long. But I wanted to watch the new stuff, okay? I actually haven't watched the concert. Oh no. Wait a second, it says that I did. It said I watched the full recording. Did this autoplay? Well, I was being okay, I'm not watching that today. Sorry. It's peak lore content, trust me. I have heard things. I have seen screen captures on Twitter and a few other places. So, yes. Kind of the worst timing for the stream. Oh no. Oh my gosh, not gonna be able to hang out and chill because flights. Okay, well, thank you so much for saying hi, Merkbooks. Thank you so much. Merbooks, sorry. Guess what time it is before I dip to work on assignment? It's comedic singular bit time. Thank you, Blue. Are you determined to make that an actual thing on my channel? Comedic singular or something. Don't forget to use your codes. Ooh, thank you for reminding me. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to watch the special program. I actually have not watched Cypher or Hyacinth's character trailers. We might do those too. But yeah. It's pretty late for me, so I don't think I can say when to say hi. Well, thank you so much, Lenny, for at least saying hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Lenny. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I am, by the way, like I said, okay, this is not going to be a terribly long stream. If I didn't have other things to do tonight, I would stay and I'd watch like the whole concert because I haven't done that yet and do all of the stuff. All of the things. I'll probably do that at some point before the update. I want to anyway. I don't know if I can. But I am going to spend the rest of tonight working on the video because if I don't get the script done tonight, it's not going to be out before the update. And that's not great, okay? So I want you guys to have this video because I'm taking a crack at actually predicting the actual end of Star Rail, so it's gonna be great. And I'm very excited about it. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let me quickly do a thing. Hi, Strike! Scripting, yes. Oh, okay. Why do I?
This is big brain time.
It is very big brain time. Why do I never actually do the things that I mean to do? All right. Also, yes, Raph, thank you so much for reminding me. Don't forget, why is my face? Why is my face? Why the face not facing? Get out of here. Okay. Ha! There we go. now the face is facing. Oh, goodness. Where did you go? I'm back. I'm back now. It just occurred to me earlier today. I now... Ooh, wait a second. Let me see a thing. Let me see, actually, I'm not going to during stream. I'll deal with that afterwards. I might actually be able to use the thing that Blue made me, again, now that I've got a new graphics card. Where I've got my eyes that kind of close and open as I speak. Yay! So there's some actual dynamicness to the PNG tuber. All right, well, let's get into a Honkai Star Rail, and we'll do a little bit of fun here. Like I said, I'm just gonna react to this today, and then we're gonna end the stream there because I need to work on the thing. But yeah, it means that you guys will get a video before the update. So hopefully that's a good trade-off. I need to start streaming again more. All right, ready, guys? Let's do this. Ooh, gonna skip ahead just a little bit. Obviously. All right. Now remember, with the trailers, what we do is we watch them all the way through first to get the flow of it. And then, hi Reese, how are you doing? And then we go back through and we pause and we look at important frames. Hello. Good to have a face. It seems like an important thing to have. It's very good to have a face. I think that would be a very sad thing not to have. How are my YouTube viewers doing? Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. It's still odd to me having two chats to pay attention to. Hi, Raph. Oh my gosh. Hi, Dow Live. How are you doing? All right, ready? Loading system. That's already a clue as to what we're dealing with. Program is sponsored by Lady Aglaya. Welcome back. Albert, guest, recycling system, redemption code, trailer. Okay, let's do the trailer.
Kamigami-yo, goran kudasai. Omparos wa shouri o osame.
Okay.
Saisouki ga mamonaku otozuremasu.
It's in Japanese.
Shikashi, hontou ni sou deshou ka?
Virtually the case. ID's lazy eye! We get to see it! Sirini? I actually really like the occasional Japanese just like flushing it. Oh man! It's finally gonna be playable. Oh, okay, sir. Sir! Kevin Kaslana incoming! Penacony? I knew! Okay, I knew these guys. I knew the crossover was gonna have something to do with Penacony. That's the only way that something was gonna happen. Japanese because of fake Collab, that makes sense. So there's Archer and Saber. I know nothing about Fate except what Strike has told me. Cool. Will bear the blazing sun until the... Okay, okay. I can't even pay attention to... You're getting Penacony stuff. Wow. I can't pay attention to what's being said and the visuals at the same time. Cool! The man! Okay, this is so much evidence for the theory that I've been working on. Oh. Yeah, so what you guys are gonna hear in the intro to the video, because I have written the intro, is that when I have a theory, what I do is I don't make a video about it immediately. I will actually wait and I will make little predictions like, oh, this might come up in the next couple updates. And what is like, okay, if this big theory is true, then how it will affect the story in these small ways. And if those little things start coming true, then I'm like, okay, then it's more than likely that this big thing is true. I have made so many predictions just kind of offline on my own. I am seeing all of them here. So, You guys don't even know what this means yet. My next video is going to be crazy. I'm predicting how Star Rail is actually going to end. A little spoiler alert. It actually doesn't have anything to do with Nanook. It's going to be great. Iron Tomb, no. Sorry, Finon. I don't believe Iron Tomb Finon theory. I believe Iron Tomb... I'll go ahead and tell you this, because this isn't... I'm struggling to figure out how to put it in the video, and so I might just not if I get to tell you here. I believe Iron Tomb is... Iron Tomb is, of course, a Lord Ravager, but everything that they say about Iron Tomb makes me think that it is another manifestation of Rupert. Iron Tomb is Rupert, is basically what I'm saying. Some version of Rupert that happened, so it's very possible. I am a believer that the thing that is entombed on Amphorius is not a Lord Ravager, but there are Lord Ravagers there. I'm pretty sure Rupert the Third is Lygus. Pretty sure. Okay? Yeah, no leaks, guys. Lancer is an NPC. Ooh. Continue to be HSR's game theory. I appreciate you guys. I don't think that I will ever measure up to the level that MatPat ever was. But here's the thing. MatPat wasn't always MatPat. He did used to just be a guy who would record his videos in a closet. So, I'm going to keep going, and we'll see how far I get. Either way, I also want to go into politics someday. Lord Ravager yes, I'm going to explain this in my video. I think there are... It's not even necessarily that there are Lord Ravagers there. Although, if there is a Lord Ravager there, I do think that the highest likelihood is probably Iron Tomb. There is, believe it or not, evidence for Phantilia, Iron Tomb, Zephyrus, Ceridra. Like they're all there. They all have evidence for them. The chess player is another one. The antimatter one is another one. Who am I even missing? Who is it that's not... Zulu. Zulu is the only one that I don't see evidence for. There's a case for all the Lord Ravagers, to be honest. Yeah, and that's part of what I'm basing my theory off of, and I'm going to explain that in the video, but I'm not going to do it now. Okay? How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you, Ripka Forth? Selenova. Oh yeah, sorry. Ceridra is not Selenova. But yes, Selenova is who I meant there. So there is evidence for Selenova being there. What's really interesting about all of the Lord Ravagers is that every single one of them, like, it's like, they represent what happens when destruction is crossed with another path. So Phantilia is destruction via abundance, right? And then Iron Tomb is destruction via erudition, yeah? And then you have Selenova is destruction via harmony. It's so interesting. It's so cool. Financing the same pose as Nanook when they first gaze on us. Wait for the theory. You will love this. You will love this, okay? It's so cool. Rupert III being Screwlum or is going to be Lygus. I would believe that Screwlum may have part of Rupert III's memory in his databanks, but I don't think that he is Rupert in the traditional sense. Although there's a bit of a Ship of Theseus thing going on with Rupert, because you've got Rupert I, and then Rupert I's will was given to someone named Gaius, who tried to like eradicate organic life, and then Rupert's memory was given to Rupert II, who continued Rupert I's mission, and then Rupert II was killed by Polka Kakamon, just like Rupert the First. And then now we see evidence of Rupert again on Amphorius. So it's interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Zephyro is destruction, even more destruction. Zephyro is destruction and hunt. Simulated universe path interplay comes to mind. Yes, exactly. Why does he look so much like Nanook? And I can't answer that question. He's Nanook. Okay, I'll just say it. I'm gonna explain this, but he's Nanook, okay? He is. gonna explain this in my video. There, I just gave it away, but that's actually not my, like, final part of the video, so you'll still want to watch it. He is. He is. I 100% believe it, but it's more complicated than that, and so I'm excited. I'm very excited. I will say, I love this man. Fury! Oh my gosh! How are you doing? Welcome to stream! Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. I freaking love Finan, like, so much. You have no idea. Okay, let's watch this again so I can actually catch all of the details, yeah? Okay. Behold, oh gods, and we are in the Vortex of Genesis. This looks like the Vortex of Genesis and all of this stuff is like, yeah, things are starting to look like they are synthesized. And so it's Stell and Finon. This mirror is like one of the things from the first trailer, one of the first trailers that we got where we saw Finon and Kalis. So I'm glad we get one with Stell. Finon is the puppy in the eternal washing machine. That is way funnier than it should be. I feel like a horrible person for laughing at that. I call it Parasite Emanator. I can tell you after the stream or sometime soon. Yeah, if you want, you could also put it in the Discord. I'll have more time to read it then. Oh my gosh. Remember that chat with Kalis? Yeah! They made it a little more complete looking, but yeah. Also, Stella's in there with Finon. Yeah. Technically, in this story, he sent Trailblazer away. Here's the thing. He sent Trailblazer away, said, hey, go help Don Hung. And I am assuming Trailblazer said, okay, Don Hung, we've defeated the guy now. Let's go to the Vortex of Genesis and freaking help. I see the hydrate. Thank you. Or imagine. Because we do see, oh, I see 2 more hydrates. Thank you. 3 more hydrates. Oh gosh, I've been drinking my Dr. Pepper. I'm switching to water. No. I need to do another Drown Emma Day, don't I? Hyperfangs, thanks so much for the follow. I see you also, Pink Blossom. YouTube chat, you're not going to be able to see this, but on Twitch we have channel points which make people able to, like, redeem points to make me drink water. If you've been on Twitch at all, you know how that works. They just spammed, how many was it? I've got all of them. I've gotten good at keeping up with you guys. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in a row. Thank you guys. I am very hydrated. Thank you for the stretch. Appreciate it. Azawaza, thank you so much for the follow as well. You guys are fantastic. Excuse me. Hydration is important as a Melician, I should know. Agreed. Have you already watched this trailer? I watched it all the way through once. And now what we're doing is we are going through and watching things so we can see all of the words and catch all of the details, because it is, of course, in Japanese. I love that they're giving us more in Japanese. Truly, I think it's wonderful. I love my English voice actors, and I want them as often as possible. But when they do things in Japanese, it just, as a treat, it is wonderful. All right. So, yeah, we've got Finon. We've got Stell. We're seeing all of this stuff is lit up except for Kephalis, and we've got Lygus over there. So, I'm wondering, because, okay, Trailblazer is going to go back to help Don Hung. Don Hung is trying to fight off the Flame Reaver. Are we going to try and stop the Flame Reaver? Are we going to be defeated and maybe Mem saves us by turning back time? Or, Automega Automaton, thank you so much for the follow. Mono sends hugs. Aww! Hugs for Mono as well. Hope they're doing well. Let me see. Or, what was I going to say? Do we stop and have a conversation with Flame Reaver, maybe? Flame Reaver doesn't seem very capable of having conversation at the moment. Wait, just 1 second. I know where Mono is. I see you, Mono. There we go. All right. Hi, can you see me? I can see you. Hi, Shadow. How are you doing? You got very, very eyes right there. Flame Reaver, this isn't you. Exactly. Something along the lines of, why are you doing this? Why are you here? You stop this. It'll be very fun. Oh my gosh. Advilin is Amphorius. Phynon is Iron Tomb. Let me see. I will say we actually don't know whether Advilin, like, when you look at this is one of the reasons why I don't always trust Simulated Universe. It is the tiny little details that make things difficult. It is in one place says, hey, Nanook ascended after Advilin was attacked by the swarm, and then in another place says, hey, by the way, also Advilin was also corrupted by Rupert's anti-organic equation. It actually says that. And so it's like, okay, which is it? which one? Either way, one of the two was important in Nanook ascending. So, hi Fuad, how are you doing? Have I seen the 3.5 drip marketing? I have 3Dra and Hyacinth. They both look. Wait, is it Hyacinth? Hysolins? Is it Hyacinth or Hysolins? It's Hysolins. Yeah, Hysolins, because I remember I initially thought Selins had to do with Selinus or Selena with the moon, and that's why the tides and all of the water stuff. So I've thought about this a lot, you can tell. Wait, Lycus is part of Rupert the First. I agree with that. Crisis heirs are emulating the Eons and past striders. I think the Crisis heirs might also have other roles, but yes, partially yes. Boreas is a simulation made by Serene and Lygus to see if they can unbirth an Emanator / Eon. I don't agree with that. I think Amphorius is a simulation made by... I'm not good. Okay, that is part of the video that I'm not going to talk about here, but I know who made it. I know why they made it. And it's going to be a problem sooner or later. Nanook wants Phynon trapped in the timeline because Phynon is Nanook. No, yeah, Phynon definitely is Nanook, but not from a different timeline. It's from this timeline. I'm not going to elaborate on that too much because I do want people to watch my next video instead of getting all of the information here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Solids. Yeah, okay, sorry. I've been going back through chat. Trapped in the time loop, Phynon, Nanook from different timeline. I saw that. Okay. Phynon is not the Lord Ravager. He's playing the role as a scapegoat, being blamed for something he didn't do. Ooh, that's a good point. I think it's more important. I think it's more than that, but that's a really cool. I like that. I like that, Kay. I do like that, Kay. What does it deserve, Raph? What are you doing, Raph? I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Emma spoils not to struggles with spoiler videos. Yep. Raph, you are the worst. Just to highlight my message. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Mythos at work again. Mythos spreading more information actually drives me insane. Well, here's the thing. It's not misinformation. It is exploration of possibility. Okay? Okay. So that's we love Mythos for that right there. What we don't like is Mythos lying so that we can't find the facts. There's possibility even within facts, Mythos. Okay. Is that okay? Lore question, but YouTube has a character limit, so I have to send instant messages. Is that okay? Yeah, go right ahead. I will do my best to read all of it, but yeah, do what you can. Real Enigmata hours. Yep. Hi, Zenith Afton. How are you doing? I see you. Any thoughts about the big trio? I don't know anything about it yet. I'm sorry. Oh, wow, we've got viewers right now. Hi, everyone. Okay, let's keep going. I love so much doing like the live theorizing and things, but it distracts me from what I'm actually trying to do. Oh, the Bug Trio. Who's the Bug Trio? Lygus being an Intellitron already makes me think of Emperor Rupert. Yeah, I think he is Emperor Rupert. If there is an actual Lord Ravager on M4 which I'm doubtful of, I think it is Iron Tomb, but I think that Iron Tomb is also Rupert, and I think it is Lygus. So, wonder who's going to replace Trailblazer as the Time Deed because we can't stand Emphorius. We might break Emphorius, who knows? Alright. Let's keep going a little bit. Emphorius has achieved her victory. Okay, we've got Guy doing thing. Guy doing thing. He has the core flame. How do we end up there then if we were supposed to be behind helping with the Flame Reaver? And also, ooh! Oh, no. I know how we get there. Don Hung opens a portal for us. Because he can, because he has the water powers. But he's only able to send through one person at a time, so that's why he can only send us through. And he's not there himself. Okay. Oh, it's after doing the Chirping Secrets achievement when something special happened? Didn't all the water evaporate though? It did, but there is water. All of like the sacred water in the pool in our room evaporated. But the stuff in like the rest of the bathhouse is still there, and Don Hung is using it to fight. All the waters are gone. Maybe he's very smart and very powerful and does it anyway because he can. They'll find a way to squeeze it in there somehow. Hi, Danny. Oh my gosh. Dan is dead. No. Hey, thanks for the Hydrate Fury. To be honest, the gate was just open. Someone has to keep it open in order for it to stay open. And Tribby and Trienne are now dead. So, yeah. Alright, maybe he makes his own water, maybe. Alright. Let's keep going. He gives it to the thing. It pauses. It pauses. March 7th's memories are trapped in Emphoria. She said they may be. They might be, which it kind of says that they are. That's a strong implication that they are. What that means, we don't know. So yeah. If Ion is a Lord Ravager, I don't think he's a Lord Ravager. I think he is I think we've been bamboozled. I think we have quite possibly been deceived. I don't think he's a Lord Ravager. I stand for the Emphorius is the Matrix memes. I haven't seen. I do. Yeah, it's definitely a simulated thing. I'm going to explain that more in the video. So, is that truly the case? We get to see Ides Elysiae. It's so beautiful. It's all golden. I've been flashing before my eyes lately. It reminds me of Genshin. Huh. There's a quest where Lygus bows to us and it seems to be a masked fool's thing. That's very possible. Who else? I'm trying to think if I've seen anyone else bow. Liyue coded? Yeah, very Liyue coded. Have we seen other people bow? Giovanni, but Giovanni is a fool. That's what I'm saying. It's all the people we've seen bow are fools. Herta kind of does, but she's also connected to the fools. And it's more of a curtsy. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that now. That's interesting. I don't know if that's a strong enough connection for me to like start depending on as far as like as part of my theorizing process, but I've got my eye out for it now. Thank you. Will Emphorius have a heartwarming ending? The only heartwarming ending I can see happening, it wouldn't be heartwarming. It would be the people who are there start to understand. It's like they are given all of the information about, hey, this is the way this world works. This is how it has to happen in order to keep this dangerous being contained. Bestrix the stars. There we go. I had to take a second to figure out where the X was supposed to go. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Bittersweet at best. Yes, exactly. Bittersweet at best is my thought. It has the potential to end disastrously. So I don't know. Too bad where Abyss didn't ruin basically paradise. Yeah. All right, let's keep going a little bit. Gonna see dead characters alive again soon. Maybe. We've got our lovely lady here. Oh, she's transparent. You see that? You can see the tree branch behind her. Okay, this has been flashing through my eyes lately. He's seeing ghosts around him. Though you walk alone. What is... That's a Glaya, yeah? Yeah, okay. Everyone who died. Please complete the work of bringing about the Era Nova. I don't know whose voice this is. I assume it's Aglaya. But I don't know what the Japanese voice actor sounds like, so. Yeah. Move that to me. When you see them holding hands and singing Kumbaya, yeah, that would be great. Literally getting Hycelin's next patch, so yeah. It's Aglaya? Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. He's looking awesome. Just one second, guys. Okay, back. I really went to Veritas Ratio and Anaxa interaction, but I know it'll probably never happen. It's more likely than you might think right now. But yeah. I went to Cyrene and Acheron interaction. That one might be a little more far-fetched, but I don't know. Acheron could show up. Ooh. I wondered if I accidentally paused the stream, then I saw the Raven is still moving. Yep. We love the Raven. We love Stroobkoob. Okay. Keep going. New world will arrive. So this is a bit of a showcase of his abilities as his moves as a character. He grabs sword. He looks fantastic. Oh my gosh. He slash. He stab. Grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash. Sounds very destruction coded. That is golden blood. Did he freaking explode? There he is. There's the man. Oh my gosh. His hair turns gold. Oh my gosh. Sir. And his eyes are gold too. Look at that. Look at that. All of the features of Nanook are coming into place. The only thing is, his hair is still short. His hair is still short. He uses core flames in battle. Dang! Phynon is just him. I agree. I agree. Oh my god. Oh gosh. You see the ways his wings are shaped differently? This one is all sleek, and this one's all jagged. It's the day and night motif, and he's got a freaking halo. The halo looks a lot like the Flame Reavers. Here's the question. Is this our Phynon or Flame Reaver Phynon? Because he looks like he got Flame Reaver outfit. He looked like he got Flame Reaver outfit, but Phynon face. Alright. Alright. Look around the outside. I see the core flames. Yeah, I see them. All right. Oh, hello. Hello. Clutch Assassin, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. All right. Finance Ult is a direct reference to the Because of You HF3 video when Elysia transforms. Dang, awesome. Old Man Alfalfa, yeah. The first ever Penaconian Holy Grail War. Let the games begin. I saw a leak about this. We're not going to talk about it. We've got the Swarm on Penacony. That's great. And we've got Saber. Tell me, are you my master? She fights the will of a knight. Dance, wind, scarf, she likes so cool. And then this is Archer, right? Thought this was going to be a tough battle. He looks so cool. Great opportunity. Do you need the most quickest fate lore to know what is happening? I actually had a friend tell me some basic things, so I think we're good. I think we're good, but... Saber looks so good. They all look amazing. I like it. Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna get like some actual swarm stuff happening. Skarakabaz, what the heck are you doing? Aventurine! What? Sorry. I need to see my boy. Hi! You're back! Look at him, guys! It's him! It's the man. Okay, so wait, let's see. He do an absorb. I see. Oh, that's right. You guys mentioned this person here. Boot Hill. Aventurine. Lygus. This is very reminiscent of Noose. But, oh, here's a thing that I'm also going to mention in my video that I'm fine with talking about here. Do you remember in that last update how we were obsessed with the wall art for a little while? How there was a weird face thing holding a yin-yang globe. It screams Noose, but it also, that's Noose's red thing is on his ear, okay? Person who has a singular red eye in the center of their face is Rupert. Okay? It's Rupert. So, and also Rupert may or may not be connected to the equilibrium, and that's why the yin-yang symbol in the thing's hands was kind of interesting. So, I'm pretty sure that wall art was of Rupert. Lygus is gonna get freaking decimated. I think Lygus is the Lord Ravager, and that's because they are Rupert. Yeah, it would be... If Lygus is a Lord Ravager, it's Iron Tomb. But I do not think that Lygus is the only important destructive being on Amphorius. I think there is more than one. Alright. Do you think he's actually dead, though? Because I'm doubtful. He's a computer. His memory can be uploaded anywhere. Of course he's not dead. Alright, let's keep going. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Phynon and Flame Reaver finally face to face. We still may have the chess player. Here's the thing. We did get a lot of chess. We talked about this earlier. Every single Lord Ravager except for Zuolo. Is it Zulo or Zuolo? I don't remember. Either way, the one that's dead does not have, like every single Lord Ravager has some reference to them in Amphorius, including the chess player. Here's the thing, though. There is a chess player on Amphorius already, and it's Ceredra. Okay? If Flame Reaver's here, where's Don Hung? Yeah, I am very concerned about our Danny boy. Which ice cream flavor does each Chrysos air remind you of? Ooh. Even Fanchilia? Yeah, that's Aglaya. That's Aglaya. So, I've got a bottle of eucalyptus oil here, and whenever I get stressed, I just take a big, long sniff of it. It's really nice. I like eucalyptus. He's Rupert, you're Rupert, I'm Rupert. Is there any other Ruperts I need to know about? You would absolutely not believe how spot on you are with the he's Rupert, you're Rupert, I'm Rupert. Anyone can be Rupert. Look at the description of Iron Tomb. I'm serious. Go look. Oh, I see the hydrate. Thank you. Fine on, fighting fine on. It's looking more and more likely. Alright, let's keep going. He's gonna challenge someone. This fight. I knew that the Flame Weaver was gonna end up in the Vortex of Genesis at some point because we saw this all the way back when Herta was doing her ending scene with Lygus a couple updates ago, because we saw an echo of the Flame Reaver in the thing. And the thing about memory echoes is they can be of pretty much anything, but they tend to show up exactly where they happened. So I was like, it's an echo in the Vortex of Genesis. I guess he's gonna end up there. How was I on point? Go look! Go look at the Iron Tomb stuff. Pause. Zoom in. Is that... Oh! Enhance. 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 Boom. Wait, we're doing this frame by frame. That's fine on. Something breaks here. This is the Flame Reaver. He doesn't have his hood on. Wait. No. Go back. He has white hair. Oh, something's going on at the top of his head there. What is that? Who are you, sir? Who are you? Rupert is the guy from the train. He could be. You never know. It's Arthas. I knew it. Okay. And we see him again over here. They've got the very same pose. Yeah, they're making it like... They're not hiding it at this point. They're like not hiding it to the point that I almost doubt that they are the same, because it is just so obvious. Oh my gosh. Love your videos. Usually have the same ideas as me, as I'm getting spoiled hard with love. Aw, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Wait, did I say thank you to Sombra? I don't know if I did or not, but thank you so much for following if I did not say it. From a different game? Kinda, yeah. Yeah. Let me back up just this last frame here. No, there's nothing. It's fine on turns to see that the thing is he's gonna turn around and be like, who are you? And he's gonna be looking at his own face. Spider-Man pointing meme. Yep. Kinda an accent to me? Nah. Rupert is the bot from Herta Space Station. Could be funny. You mean Skrullum? I think Skrullum has part of Rupert's programming in him, but not like the destructive part. Since Ob's for real being fine on was not really hidden at all, what's the real plot twist? What thing are we not saying? That is the question that we want to be looking close at. Thank you, Vampy. Yeah, because if there's something that they're not hiding, there is a bigger plot twist ahead of us. Yeah. You got Stell being a lovely baseball bat ninja. Oh my gosh. You'll bear the blazing sun until the dawn breaks. What is that on our hand? What are we? And what is it that's our bat we're grabbing. Where are we? Is that Herta Space Station? I swear I know that orange wall decoration there. Is that Herta Space Station? Do we go back in time to our own destiny? Okay, it looks like our baseball bat. Command, seal, fate thing. Okay, we're good then. That's so crazy though. This looks like Herta Space Station. This is gonna be interesting. Think it's Penacony? That's very possible. Yeah, okay. Got Saber. That's Penacony, obviously, with the screen in the background. Got this guy. Summoning dead guys from their graves to take it out. He gives me Sampo vibes. Hear me out, the erudition is involved, so Dr. Primitive might be involved. The erudition is definitely involved, but that could mean any number of things. Dr. Primitive is very much not the first person that comes to mind for me. Rupert is definitely one of them. Herta, it could be something about Ron May. I'm more likely to believe Ron May because we saw Skarakabaz there, and Skarakabaz is her experiment. So yeah. So if Rapid shows up, I will explode. I don't know, but we'll see. Whoa. Winner takes all. What is that behind? It's Aventurine again! He's on our side now, looks like. Alright, come on. Got Saber. Got Boot Hill. Couldn't tell who that other person was in the background. Boss Aventurine, let's go! Let's go! We got, what is that? I think that's Fate. Is it? Ooh, it might not be. He's aura farming now. Okay, here's the thing about that crystal shape right there. I'm still iffy on this, but that is one Cyrene's back. Cyrene's brooch. Okay, that 4-pointed star, or it sometimes looks like a little cross symbol. Variations of this are used as symbols for the memo keepers. So, I mean, I don't know. That's one of those things that, like, whenever I see it, it looks different though. So you don't necessarily. Oh, he's crying. What the? Why? Primogem symbol too? Yeah. That might be intentional. Because here's the thing. I have been, I didn't get to put this in my last video, but I'm pretty sure whatever kind of world Izumo and Emphorius are, Teyvat also is. So that might be intentional. Huh. March 7th symbol. See, March 7th has it. So does Black Swan. So does Obsidian. So does it's even what's his name? Rekka has a variation of it. Yeah, there is a variation of it on March's outfit. Yeah. Okay. He cry. He pick up sword. Robin! Robin! He's gonna do the thing! That's not one of Aglaya's threads. What in the... Penacony is a land of empty legends. Who are you, ma'am, and why is everyone puppets? Why is Aventurine a puppet? That's Aventurine, Saber, Archer. Is that Robin up there? I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting what are you? She's bowing. Potential masked fool? What are you, ma'am? Adventure might be a servant, not a master. I don't like that. I don't like that, actually. That evokes similar feelings to his story quest. Oh, Rekka's gonna be here. We're seeing this through a camera. Do you see this? I'm pretty sure Rekka's gonna be here. Do you see the crosshairs there? Dang, okay. Aventurine does remind me of Gilgamesh. Aventurine, there is actually a very strong parallel to Auto Apocalypse made with Aventurine, so I don't think he's Gilgamesh. Auto Apocalypse, in some things, I don't know where in Honkai Impact 3rd it is, but he goes by an alias for a while named Clown A, and he wears a mask and a white suit with those turquoise designs. It looks very much like Aventurine. So, I don't know. So we've got, that was the play button. No, that was me that did that. I'm an idiot. Oh gosh. Penacony is a land of empty legends and no true heroes. Okay, that's Lygus. I've observed. What are we seeing here? What are you? Aventurine kills his future self? That's not Aventurine, that's Finon. Finon kills his future self? Lygus looks a lot like News. Yes and no. Here's the thing about the red. News's red light that we see, that we so often associate, that's not an eye. That's not an eye. It's an ear. Okay? If you look off to the right of like Noose's figure, you can see Noose actually has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. But yeah. Maybe Flame Reaver is the memory of Final Thoughts. Here's the thing about the Flame Reaver. I stand by every last thing I said in my most recent video, okay? Flame Reaver is future Finon. So. Finon and Flame Reaver, look at the outfit. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Finon absorbs Flame Reaver. No, I'm gonna keep going. Thus is the destruction's synthesis. They are synthesizing destruction? Okay. That's... Birth of an Eon. His hair. So that's why he recognized it at the beginning. If you look back at the very first time we see Nanook, when we get Nanook's gaze, we defend March 7th. We throw ourselves in front of Nanook's Emanator's energy blast. That planet destroyer, what's it called? It's explicit, yeah. Now we finna fight on. I don't think it's that simple. The face of the Flame Reaver, Doomsday Beast. Doomsday Beast, thank you so much, Hane. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Doomsday Beast. We threw ourselves in front of the Doomsday Beast blast to protect March. If March is some kind of time capsule for Cyrene's memories, it would make sense if you actually go back and pay super close attention to the shots they use, like go frame by frame through that scene. Nanook saw us protecting March is what they are communicating. Which means Phynon recognized us back then. Which means that however this happened, Phynon will most likely end up in the past. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just speculating right now. I'm just kind of doing a stream of consciousness thing. Gonna love watching the vlog. Can't stick around. Love your content. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for saying hi at least. GTC Gaming, appreciate it. That is wild. Yeah, I'm doing a stream of conscious thing right now. But how's the 3.3 video coming? It's I need to get through this and finish this VOD so that I can actually do it. I've been streaming for almost an hour and we are 7 minutes into a 1 hour video. Okay. Didn't Nanook gaze at us because what Turles did was a form of self-destruction? Yes, also. But I'm going to explain a little bit more about Phynon and what Nanook and what destruction is. Spoiler alert. It explains the mix-up with the elements between preservation and destruction that I was having such a hard time with a couple of videos ago. It explains it. There is an actual lore reason, and I am so happy. I'm so happy that it makes sense. No more loose ends. That's amazing content creation. Yay, thank you. All right, let's go. This looks very Honkai. We've got Phynon. Okay. Stelly girl. Are you okay? Are you okay? Distressed Stell. Was that Rekka? No, this is Stelly. This is our lovely girl. You can see Rekka has pupils that look like YouTube play buttons. What did she see? I don't know. Is Trailblazer okay? Obviously, no. Phynon. That's not even subtle! That's Nanook's eyes! That's exactly what they look like, and believe me, I've looked at Nanook, at all of the details to try and understand what they are. That's Nanook's eyes. That's not subtle. That's a 1-to-1 thing. Go to the numbers, does it go back? Okay, it's possible that what's happening... I can't tell whether it goes back or forward. 5, 4... Okay, it's going backwards. Do we go... I think this is probably when we go back and meet Ceridra and Hysolins. Is probably what this is doing. We're traveling so far back in time that it's overwhelming us. The number of cycles, yep. I'm afraid of this update, yep. Time travel. The man. Alright. Version 3.4. His hair is not white anymore, it's gold. He's not snowy anymore. He's not snowy anymore. I miss Snowy. You're gonna see the horrors, TM, exactly. If that's not subtle, what aren't they explicitly sharing? That, in fact, is the question that we must be asking ourselves if as good theorists. Very, very good job, Rip Goforth. Good questions. Oh my goodness. How long ago did Nanook ascend again? It doesn't matter. Amphorius is a time travel place. It doesn't even matter. It don't even matter. That was the day Phynon became Heisenberg. He is truly a lesson in change. Alright, timey-wimey. Exactly. The gold hand Phynon is diamond. Fair. Fair. Okay. Okay. Although I do stand by that with Void Archives being diamond. All right, let's get to the actual special program. Redemption code. Ah! This is probably the ID's Lazy Eye music if I know anything. Terrified if Polka might show up. I feel like Polka, what we're gonna get at the end of Amphorius in general, we'll probably get like a flash of her. We're most likely not going to see her face because she is called the Lord of Silence for a reason. She destroyed all depictions of herself. So we might see like her saying interesting and then walk away, you know? That kind of thing. But the fact that we've got like multiple different geniuses, like, okay, think about this. Think about this. We've got Herda, we've got Skrullum, we've got Rupert, who is also a member of the Genius Society on this planet. Rupert himself, or itself I should say, was killed by Polka Kakamond not once, but twice. Polka is known for killing her fellow Genius Society members. That woman's not far off. Oh, hello.
Hey, Mr. Albert?
Hello!
Owlbert.
Woo! And whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Whether or not you have a day-night cycle.
For the sun is...
Finon sitting right in front of him. That was targeted. That was targeted harassment.
set to die.
Was it confirmed how Rupert II died? I'm pretty sure it was Polka Kakamon. It wasn't stated explicitly, but it had something to do with like her preferred method of killing. So it was either Polka or someone who was trying to imitate Polka, pretty much. So yeah.
Program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special
better,
program.
Finan?
Hello, everyone.
Josh being an incredible voice actor as always. Did you hear he dipped into his depressed Finan voice there right there at the beginning? Rebooting really does solve all problems. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. Just listen to this. Listen to this real quick.
Finan. Now we can introduce our...
Come on.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone.
We still don't know explicitly why Polka wants to go to Amphorius. Does she want to go to Amphorius? I was not paying attention during that event. Oh.
Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again.
The mask is
Did you
slipping.
miss
I don't
me?
think it's a mask. I don't think he understands
Of course we
either.
missed you.
That's right, Mem can talk now.
Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
Oh, and Axel
All of
looks
our
so sad.
Chrysosaur companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
You're Polka Kakamon from the
We
past.
already
Polka's
found
refuge
out
after
the
Trailer
truth.
Train. That's an
So
interesting
what do a
theory.
few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The
They're
truth
not
of
subtle
Amphorius
anymore.
is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphorius is not as simple as it seems.
Exactly, yeah.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our
Flashback,
whole
that's a weird
journey so
synonym for
far in
depression.
Amphorius and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal
Getting
that the
distracted
source
by
of
the
Amphorius'
Dromus eating
tragedy
Finan's chair.
an
Is it?
Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't
Ooh,
it?
you know about it now.
Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Aranova.
Yep. How you doing? Think
In
fine on
addition,
is the simulation that
Tin
Lygus
Man
made to mimic the
Lygus
birth of
is
Mimic.
also
I don't
pretty
think it's a mimic.
suspicious.
I don't
He
think
and
it's a
Vian
mimic.
had a pretty significant conversation in the vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home.
Yep.
Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to
Show you the
oppose
stone in my hand. You'll fail to
Chrysos
notice the dagger pointed at your throat. Yep.
Rather,
What
he
is
only
that?
wishes to
Huh?
quietly observe everything
Huh?
as a
Child. Does anyone else see the child? Mimic, you say. I'm not going there today. Fine, I'm being the destruction. Is the stone here, so what's the dagger? I believe I know. Here's the question you should be asking yourself, and a question which I'm going to answer in my next video, but here's the question you should be asking yourself. If the technology exists to imprison a god, who is going to want to use that and how? It's this child. This one right here. So cute. Little baby. Oh my gosh. If you're not real, then how come I feel this way? Little baby. Oh my goodness. Okay.
it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphorius is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphorius is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board.
All of this right here is feeding right into the video that I'm going to release. Oh my
Nova
gosh.
could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Aranova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphorius. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Aranova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority.
Yeah, don't worry.
If something were to happen in the Aranova,
We're just here for the
No,
ride.
We can't let them stay. They have to listen to
chimeras,
Vian
look
and
at them, they're so
go
cute.
home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the
Trailblazer
sincerity
playing
you
the
showed them.
opening.
However, their fate
When
will
next
still be
release is
tied
sometime
to
this
that
week.
of
It's before
Amphorius.
the next
They'll be
update, but
returning
I'm
to the
always
battlefield with a
pretty late.
Very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like
Good
me,
week with you for the video.
have some
I will be uploading it
questions
for
about
them.
Finan. That Finan
If
we
I at
saw in
all
the
can.
Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Well, maybe that Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Ooh.
Oh,
But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4.
Something's fish is going to
Actually
be interesting.
got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphorius' true nature.
before, as I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends'
Hey,
stories.
Taco Shack, how are you
Now,
doing? Thank you for the
even
fun.
its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It feels like
it looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
Yeah.
You can use this
Looks like
system
computer.
to unlock even more of Amphorius' secrets.
Indeed, that's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4.
Awesome.
Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences. In
That's going to be
version
very helpful to some people.
3.6,
I will not be
there'll
using
also
it.
be a story recap function.
Woo.
Stay tuned. But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the
Ha.
version 3.2 preview.
Ha!
Finally going live soon.
Him.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short.
Oh, it's
This
fun, isn't
animated
it?
short contains a very important part of the story.
Any idea when your video is
Version 3.4.
releasing?
Can't spill.
Oh, just a second. Okay. Well, what was I saying? I am releasing the video sometime this week. It's before the next update, but I don't know exactly when. It's gonna be soon though.
Too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Next, why don't we turn our
Little
attention
baby.
to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Oh, hello. SXMI. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Woo! So that's why they couldn't release him before now. He's so freaking cool! I love him. I love him. Sir? Wow. First playable Eon. Oh, hello! I've seen this imagery before, but it had nothing to do with Storyrail. Oh! That's from Conria. That's how Genshin Impact. That's Conria's destruction. Oh. What? Oh my goodness. Yo. Y'all. What is this? I don't know what? Okay. Let's keep going. And he do things. Very much there is some Flame Reaver looking imagery in there somewhere.
NANI?
Nani? Looks like the Dawn device. So they're taking all of the symbols, but they're using them in new ways. My man. Fight on, the man you are. to borrow some internet stuff. What if they do a collab with Genshin? It's not ooh, yep. Here's the thing. I said this earlier, a few people weren't here. My viewership has doubled since then. Okay. Here is the thing. Amphorius is a world used to contain an Eon, yes? Izumo, if you've watched my last video, is also a world that has been used to contain a shadow of an Eon, more or less. Tevat could also be this very same type of world. A world contained in one of Rupert's scepters. So, I mean, I could see it happening. I could very much see it happening, especially with Skirk happening so recently and her being from beyond the sky. She looks almost exactly like Jing Liu. Look at the halo. Doesn't the symbol look like the Trailblaze? No, it does not. No. It looks like Nanook's eye. Okay. Where the sun is set to die. Yep. And will you pull for Final? Of course I'm gonna hack and pull for Final. It may not be on this banner. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm doing. I first pull for whatever character is the oldest that I don't have. I am pulling for Sparkle. I am pulling for... for Le Sparkle. Because she is the one who is oldest. Because here's the thing about Finon. He is most likely to get a rerun within the next couple patches, right? Maybe not the next patch, but the one after. It'll happen very, very soon. Sparkle, I may have to wait another, 6 months before we get another patch with her as the thing. So, yeah. So, Sparkle, and then Finon. And then, Jing Liu is the only one that I'm missing from the second half. So, yay!
What in the world happened to Finon to make him change this much?
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know.
As I have said.
Now he seems strange and formidable.
Wouldn't Saber be better? I am not really a fan of the Fate stuff. I don't really know anything about it, so I'm not gonna invest in it very much. If I get the characters, I'm happy. I'm happy. But, I mean, I just don't care that much. No offense if you like the Fate Collab, it's just not my thing. But yeah, I am excited to see what they do with it story-wise, though.
Could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finon was one of the first Chrysosairs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind
little
that
guys.
kindness and reliability...
Can we have... Whose computer is this? Is it Albert's? Everything about Finon looks like Nanook. Watch my next video. For those of you who have not seen it, I have pretty much told you guys... I actually haven't told you everything. There is a very important detail that I haven't told you guys. That all of this... I already know who's behind Amphorius. Because they pretty much tell us in the databank. They added a new databank entry after the big reveal last patch, okay? And I only noticed it because I was actually obsessively going through and actually trying to learn some things. But they straight up told us who, quote-unquote, owns Amphorius. And it is bad news bears for everyone. Bad news grizzly bears, okay? So he looks like Nanook and my friends call me crazy. I am not calling you crazy. Okay. Wait, who? You're gonna have to watch my video or go read the thing for yourself. Yeah, they pretty much told us who is in control. Or basically, it's one of two factions who has control of the remaining scepters of Rupert. And if either one of them is the actual person who controls it, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good for anyone. Imprisoning eons is not a thing that should happen. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
Finon carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy.
I'm ignoring chat right now. I'm not answering questions, I'm sorry. I'm not answering that question, I'm sorry.
Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success.
You're gonna have
by
to wait and
making
find
the
out.
Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finon to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him.
Do you know when
Some
it's the
even
next
call
video?
him-
Do I need to put it on screen? Everyone's asking, and I ask the same question next time. Within the next week, before the next update, okay? It might be within hours of the next update happening because I am just so bad at procrastinating.
The deliverer
Alright.
of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Spider like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village.
I'm so
Nothing
excited.
flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real
Nobody's
peaceful
delivering.
place.
It was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also
Yay.
beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go
I'm so
exploring the
excited to
woods
see
and
it.
visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be
Yo.
heroes from the old stories and practiced our swordsmanship.
It's very
When we
Liyue
got tired,
coded,
we went to
yeah.
lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too.
Is Mem a
Lion,
fairy? Is Paimon a fairy? I don't know. Mem gives Paimon vibes. She has mentioned being a fairy though before. Our lovely little we need to come up with a word for it. She's a rabbit puppy something. Rabbit puppy fairy. Am I missing anything? She's also a cute girl. She's very adamant about that. Very Sumeru. I'm getting more Liyue. The architecture looks. The architecture is very Greek. I was gonna say more Sumeru, but no, Sumeru is very distinctly Middle Eastern looking stuff. Squirrel. Yeah, she's a squirrel puppy girl. She is the thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love her. Okay.
Surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted
She
scent.
is a pink
Oh, just
noun.
the thought of it is enough
I
to
love
get
that.
me excited.
And guess what?
But some of the
You will have
ruins,
to
sorry.
imagine it
Oh,
all.
okay, sorry. Thank
In
you.
version 3.4,
Thank you
we get
thank
to
you for
explore
clarifying.
Ides Elysiae
Oh, yeah, you mentioned the trees. Yeah, you're absolutely right with that.
alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finance's past, how he became a warrior, joined the Flame Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
These days, Vinen just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on, no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
See, here's the thing. It is like a compulsion for me. Whenever I see someone who feels really sad, my immediate instinct is I want to hug them. And that is like, with Finon, my guy, he just needs a big hug. Also, I just realized, did he get mauled? That's... If this was as red as our blood, that would be considered some PG-13 rating right there. He got slashed. My boy. The creature is eating Finon's chair. That's a Dromus. The wounded god. Now, he wouldn't be a complete Nanook without a wound on his chest, that's for sure. He's deemed a savior, but fails to save the people closest to him, given another chance. He falls and has to do a full reset like the Abyss Twins planned. Yeah, kind of. Except instead of, like, having to face... It's more like yes and no. Think of it like you've got Tevat's history. You have the Abyss Twin, who tries to save the world and fails. They become the Flame Reaver. more or less. If the Abyss twin would just put on a mask, that is literally what it would be right now. And then the twin that we play as comes in and they end up, it's like facing their self. You can't get any closer without it actually being a time dupe like it is with Finan. But yeah, that's what it is. Do you think they're going to release the HO3 Welt, Kevin, and Otto skins? I don't know. They're like just now testing the water more with the skins. We've gotten the March skin, which is beautiful. We've gotten the Firefly skin, which I really like, actually. I love what people were saying online. It's like, it is exactly what Firefly would want. Is it the most immaculate outfit known to man? No. But it fits her. It suits Firefly so much. And I feel like when we see her like running around the world with it on, it's gonna look so amazing. Unfortunately, a lot of the settings that they have shown it off in, and a lot of like the graphics that they have shown it off in, feels like it doesn't do it justice to me. When I'm actually thinking about how it's going to look as she's going around in the world, I love the idea of it. Where's Sam in his skirt? I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the Sam variant, but I think it's cute. Fear way of using the time loop trope because it doesn't hurt my head. Exactly, yeah, this is actually incredible, and I talked about that in my last video. Everything that I normally hate about time travel media, Star Rail does not fall into those traps. It is wonderful. And I don't have to break my brain around it. I mean, I break my brain anyway, but not about the time travel. Oh my gosh. Good night. Very adverse to skins post HI3 for some reason. It feels like they're getting back into it. I would love a Finon variant, an HI3 variant of the Finon skin. I would also love a Clown A version of Aventurine. If you don't know who Clown A is, go look up a screenshot. It is Auto Apocalypse. Actually, you know what? I am not going to make you. I'm going to show you right now because I am so tired of having to convince people that Aventurine is an Auto Apocalypse XP. Just a second. I am so tired of this. And so today, I'm going to show you. Okay. Where's Clown A? Give me the picture. Give it to me. Give it to me! Clown Alpha. Okay. That's Auto Apocalypse. It's the short blonde hair, the turquoise. It's I've seen some pictures where it looks a lot more turquoise and a lot less blue. That's Aventurine, right? It's Aventurine, but with a masked fools type thing. The crying while smiling, it all suits him, both in theme and in, like, the visual cues. Okay? So, Galaxy, stop right now. Oh, gosh. It fits every single time. So, yeah. Obvious masterful energy, yeah, that could defo be Aventurine. But yeah, this is Auto Apocalypse. This is him in his early years. So, yeah, if Aventurine ever becomes, like, actually joins the Masked Fool, I want this skin. Or a variation on the character, like a second 5-star version, where he wears a skin like this. I would freaking love that. Switch the white with green. Yeah, there are some versions of this picture, some like screenshots that I've seen where it looks a lot more like a green, like a turquoise kind of thing, like I said earlier. So yeah, I am so tired. I said Aventurine is an Auto Apocalypse XP in my first video about Aventurine. That was the third video that I ever uploaded about Star Rail. It's the one that got me doing this, and that was one of the things that in the comments everyone's like, I'm not sure about that, and I'm like, no, look up the picture, and everyone's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, I still think you're wrong, and I'm like, look up the picture! I need to do this more just so it's not all coming out at once. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, okay? Okay. It's not impossible to have two XPs of the same person. Look at Bronya and Silverwolf. Okay, so the Bronya and Silverwolf thing is a little bit tricky because here's the thing. Silverwolf is a variant of Bronya that exists in the Honkai Impact 3rd universe, okay? So you've got Bronya in the Honkai Impact 3rd universe, and also in the Honkai Impact 3rd universe, you have Haxor Bunny, who is a variant of Bronya. Potato, I know, but some people get very up in arms about it. I agree with you. But also some people have been very mean about it. Oh, gosh. The difference about them is I want to punch in the face, and Adventurine, I want to hug them. Exactly. Adventurine, I am like, ooh, here's something interesting that I found while I was, because I have told you guys this, and I might pull it up later. I am working on a actual wiki of Star Rail that only I have access to right now. If I wanted to make it public at some point, I might. If there's enough demand for it. But the thing is, I would go into the Star Rail wiki, and I would be looking through character stuff, and it was specifically with Black Swan's homeworld. I don't think it's there anymore, but there was something about Black Swan's homeworld, where she lived, all this different stuff. And I was like trying to figure out, do we know of anyone else who's from her homeworld? Is she connected to? Because I believe I was trying to find some connection to, trying to figure out what her connection is to Ifrit. What is his name? Duke Inferno. There we go. I can remember his actual name, but not his title that we hear much more often. Didn't May encounter another variant of Kevin? She did. It existed on her homeworld of Izumo. Okay, so that's part of the reason why I connected Izumo to Euphorius. But there's a lot more there. It's obviously there is a connection because they're both referencing Honkai Impact 3, but there is an in-universe connection as well. There are multiple of the same but different people in the universe. I need to explain that at some point. I hated that thing when it first came out, their explanation for it. I understand a little better now. I don't hate it as much. Quite as much. But I do understand it better. But what was I saying? Would Saber count as a variant in universe? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. What was I saying? I was talking about... Yeah, I was trying to establish a connection between Black Swan and Ifrit, because there absolutely is a connection somehow. But they don't elaborate on it at all. I think Euphorius might be the connection, because Ifrit is the flaming goat head, and also Euphorius, like the golden scapegoat is a thing, and also Black Swan is probably tied to that somehow. She uses tarot. What's her name? Finon's friend from when he was a kid uses tarot as well. There's some connection there. Black Swan is connected to Euphorius in a lot deeper way than she wants us to know. But anyway, as I was looking through Black Swan's information, what I kept coming across was someone's headcanons. Like, not even just like headcanons, but like they made an OC and wrote it into the wiki. And so I was looking at all of this different stuff, and it had like hand-drawn things, and I'm like, this is beautiful, but this isn't canon. Yeah, I'm completely serious right now. And so that broke my trust in the wiki, and so I started creating my own wiki of Star Rail, and I've been working on it, and I've actually been doing a really good job of it, and I'm gonna do a little sneak peek of it in my next video. It's part of the intro. But all of that to say, as I was going through and like entering all of the stuff from Star Rail into the wiki, I started looking closer at everyone's character stories. I started looking closer at Boot Hills specifically. He went to Penacony specifically to look for Aventurine. You see it in part 4 of his character story, and he was trying to look for Aventurine because he needed someone who also had beef against Oswaldo Schneider. He targeted Aventurine specifically because he knew if anyone was going to break, it would be Aventurine. So that's really fun, and that is number one reason why I why I'm an Aventurine defender to the hilt. You cannot convince me that this boy does anything wrong. Number one reason is I believe that Aventurine is an inside man. He is absolutely not going to end up being the IPC's man by the end of it. So yeah. Oswaldo Schneider, my OP. I don't like Oswaldo at all. I don't like Oswaldo at all. But considering that I also think Oswaldo is a variant of Otto, is a variant of Locha, who Aventurine is also a variant of. If Aventurine comes face to face with Oswaldo Schneider and it's like looking in a mirror minus the pretty eyes, that's going to cause some conflict. That's going to cause a lot of conflict. Huh. Alright. It's the Otto party. There are a lot of Otto variants, and they are all going to be head-to-head against each other at some point. All my homies hate Oswaldo. Capitalist scum. Let's also not forget this guy is literally... You read through some of the things that Oswaldo has done, there is literally... You can't defend him. You can't. Oh my gosh. Void Archive somewhere in the universe, also technically an Otto variant. I believe they're the same person at this point. There are two possibilities here. I made videos about this, and I made a retraction of the second video, and I retract that retraction because the timeline issue that I quote-unquote discovered was actually not an issue at all. But anyway. Yeah, I got bread now. But yeah, Otto, Diamond, Oswaldo, and Void Archives are very connected. They may all four be the same person, or it may be 2 and 2. To think Oswaldo was a nameless, you got tons of explaining to do. Oswaldo was on the Express. Oswaldo was a friend of Welt. So. Let me take a little bites here, sorry. And then we will continue with the thing here so that we can actually... Here, let me just press play.
Emporus needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Emporus are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul.
I'm wondering if these little guys is like a preview. Like they're gonna release some cute little plugin that you can have on your computer where these things run around. They better. Oh my gosh.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of... By
the way, I am also hardcore convinced that Sunday is a Captain Caslana variant. It's a little bit of a reach, a little further of a reach than Finan, but I'm convinced.
My skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will deal even more damage.
Awesome.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Finan powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action.
Holy
he faces
crap,
the enemy
he looks
head
so
on
cool.
with newfound strength.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
No worries. All
Look at the decorative stuff here. Holy crap, sir! He's so freaking cool. He's so freaking cool. Oh my gosh.
the talents and buffs from Fire and his teammates still stay active to provide him with much needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans. Creation, Calamity, and Foundation. Each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Who's missing? Creation, Calamity, Foundation. Who is missing? Fate. Thank you.
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing
I mean, it might be on Penacon.
multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
They just finished your skill? Okay.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
That's insane.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Finan instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies?
Oh, awesome! He has the Acheron.
Of course,
the
power
Acheron
comes
effect.
with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Yeah, Acheron has the ability to, like, wipe out enemies without even triggering a battle, just like this. Okay.
When I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy
Which is
for
very
my
coincidental.
teammates. In
Or
addition,
not.
at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right, now that we've wrapped up Finan's combat abilities, it's time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces. In version 3.4,
Whoop.
Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jingliu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Woo!
Let's go!
Happening!
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf. After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Awesome.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
Freaking
she'll
awesome.
prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup.
Awesome.
On
Okay.
top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that
Really
makes
looking forward
it
to
a
that
lot
video. Me
easier
too.
to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the
Yes,
follow-up
awesome,
attack can
'cause
also
Kafka's
trigger
follow-up is,
extra
like,
DOT
broken.
on the
It's
enemy.
so good.
And using her ultimate recovers the number of times
My only
the
problem with
follow-up
it has been that
attack
it
can be
doesn't trigger
triggered.
enough.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state,
Okay.
he's more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds
Okay.
like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good
Awesome.
observation. A change will happen to Jingliu as well.
Okay.
Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jingliu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old
Awesome.
friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely. So
That's
choose whichever
so
version
cool. Okay.
you like best. For more details, be sure to keep an eye out.
I'm really glad that they think of things like that. I would never have thought of that as someone actually wanting to just stick with their original stuff. But like, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I think that's really interesting, and it's really cool they do that.
For official announcements.
Jingliu is
good.
also I'll be able to use
Aside from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
A new outfit. Look at that.
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
Oh, she's so cute! Why is she so cute? Oh my gosh.
With her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an eye for style.
Mm-hmm.
They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think she
I feel like-
spruces it up during
Like the
downtime
directions
to
in
match
this
her
movie. Yeah,
outfit
it looks
changes?
really cute.
Oh, totally possible.
Rib fight on stair.
If I
Oh,
had the
that thing
mech,
is gone.
I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors.
Hmm.
The whole look has to be
I
consistent.
do find it interesting. And I'll wait until we get another outfit before I like label it a pattern. March's outfit change was called Nascent Spring. This is Spring Missive, so they all have to do with spring. Huh? Does it just have to do with when it was released? Was March's outfit released a year ago? I don't know. But it's interesting.
You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements.
Yo.
Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In version 3.4's first half
Oh.
event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited
Oh, he
5-star
looks incredible.
character Fine.
He looks like he's made of porcelain. Wow. Beautiful.
And the limited 5-star light cone, thus burns the dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance. The story's next page is being added to the first half banner.
Looks like he's being
At
shredded,
the
yeah,
same
kind of.
time, we'll also kick off a special warp event. The limited 5-star
Yeah.
characters. Chibi, Sunday,
I need
and
Finan,
Sparkle are
And
coming
I need
back.
Sparkle.
Plus,
These are the only
5-star
two characters
light
that I'm
cones,
missing on this
Time War
particular
Flower,
banner.
A grounded ascent, and Earthly Escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4.
Grounded Ascent and Earthly Escapade. I have never noticed that before, but those two names are linked. Does that mean Sparkle and Sunday are linked? Possibly somehow. Grounded Ascent. Being locked on the ground but still ascending. And Earthly Escapade. Oh, no, dang it, it doesn't. For a second, I thought Escapade had something to do with the sky. That would have been really cool. Alright.
Or we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the
I will
limited
play for
5-star
Jingliu.
light cones. Where about your dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a Titankin in that. Yes, I couldn't think of the name, you're right.
Back in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And limited 5-star light cones, patience is all you need, and incessant rain will rerun as well.
Fun.
Also, 8 new 4-star light cones will be
Someone
added to the
sent
nameless
me.
honor rewards.
Someone
in version
sent me.
3.4.
I think it was Fury.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones.
Where is it? I find him as a teenager. Tragedies get to me. Tragedies and then looking back and seeing person as kid get to me even worse. Okay?
There are a few mini
But,
versions of Christ.
Person showed Fury sent me this. I absolutely freaking left Fine on.
Those ears!
Sorry, not Fine on.
Looks like
Adventuring. That's the
really
second
does
time I've
enjoy
done that this
spending
stream.
his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
All right. let's
Baby
take a quick break.
Kakavasha,
There's
yeah.
still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
Oh my goodness. How are you guys feeling, huh? How are you guys feeling? This is freaking incredible. Drop my phone. Get either Sunday or Treeby? I mean, they're both really good supports. Heavenly Escapade, more like leaving from below to above, kind of. I don't want to fight another Diabolic, Kevin. Hey, as long as you got your characters built right, it's great. You can get through anything. Beautiful, beautiful music. I'd be completing my Treeby, got it. I'm currently building my Herta, or my Thirta, I should say.
Welcome back.
Thirta.
Let's take a look at the events.
Yes!
This version.
What Origami Bird Clash?
Comes from Penacony at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to
dancing.
return
I'm
in
grooving.
version
You guys can't see, but I am.
3.4.
Oh, is that the Cute Match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation
Fine on
has
sharing.
officially
It's
sponsored
getting
Origami
worse.
Bird Clash.
Fine on
Hopes to promote this
sharing
arcade
now.
game full of Penaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
Let's all be from Emporius and not
needs to
tell
be some-
Kakavasha. Well, he's gonna be in the update. I am like, y'all, you have no idea how excited I am to see my boy again. I love him. It's been a year. It's been a year.
Some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the 2 players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves.
Candy
You can
Crush.
eliminate 4
Yes,
more
I remember
fruits to
this
form
from
bombs and
last year.
obtain extra moves.
From the
You
Radiant
can also
Feldspar
get extra moves
update.
when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh,
This was
no.
so much fun.
I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Woo.
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field.
Fun.
Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long
Yay.
as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver
Think I'm
a
a Mrs.
powerful
Smash.
blow to your opponent.
You know I do.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right.
Yay!
Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Clash will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
Oh wow.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more version
Bejeweled
content.
mention.
Our old friend Gift of Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I
returns
played
as
Bejeweled too.
usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
The Chimeras are just hanging out.
The
They're
Plane
so
of Vision and
cute.
the Realm of the Strange events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Yep.
Yes,
In version
okay.
3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And
Yay.
you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight.
Oh,
for
okay,
wing
Finland's
characters
chair
upon
is just
completing
dying.
the challenge.
At the same time, the planar ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and Revelry by the Sea will also come online.
Beautiful.
Trailblazers can
Beautiful.
obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why did my seat collapse?
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game.
Okay,
First,
okay.
The annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition
right.
will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
Dang.
That's
Nothing in
right.
America?
I've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our
It's okay,
official
not
channels
everything
for
has to be about
details
America,
the
but
events and
I
tickets.
freaking want to
In
go.
addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July.
Ooh.
Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkai Star Rail will also be held
Ah.
at Anime Expo, featuring several
Joshua,
special
Gabriel,
guests.
Hayden, and Aiden. I don't know
Please
who
keep an
Aiden
eye
plays.
out
I
for
know
more
everyone else,
info
though.
and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We're moving on to our next show in just a
Since in
second.
Europe, we never get anything.
You seem
oh,
mighty
dang.
busy, Owlbert.
Well, I am a professional super host.
What's going on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no.
Oh, we still have to do the fake collab.
What's going on?
I was like, I'm pretty sure we have more to this video than that.
Ah!
Oh. Aventurine!
Whether or not your world has the concept of a holy grail, welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail
My boy.
and Fate's Day Night
My man.
Unlimited Blade
There he
Works
is.
Collab
There he
Cinema
is.
Program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone. I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Oh, son of a gun.
I don't know anything about the
That's
classes.
funny.
I'm gonna listen as best I
Maybe
can,
you
though.
two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
I'm very curious.
Well,
I'm very curious.
The cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out
Ooh.
that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Wow.
Sweet
get to
dreams
see how
and the Holy
OT
Grail War.
Man, it just panicked right
Sounds
now.
like a Holy
You have
Grail
a
War
problem?
is taking
What?
place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right. But I have no idea.
I
where
often forget
old
Earth
Odie
exists
got
in
his Holy
HSR.
Grail
Kind
from.
of. It's a little
Let me
weird.
give a brief
It's a little
explanation
weird.
of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail
Interesting.
can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival is only just
Just the
concluded.
Oswaldo hating duo,
They're putting
yeah.
on a new
See,
show
the other
already.
reason why I'm like
Hey, don't forget-
90% sure that Aventurine is going to like not be working with the IPC by the end of this is, here's the thing. These two met by Boot Hill like holding Aventurine at gunpoint, right? let's not sugarcoat things. Aventurine got held up in his room. But ever since then, they've been inseparable. Like they showed up together at the bar on the Radiant Feldspar. They're gonna be together in this update. They're here together. And like what the actual heck is one of the IPC's top executives doing with the guy that terrorized the cargo shipments at Pier Point for like months? Like Boot Hill is like a wanted criminal, like top of their list. He is on the IPC's most wanted. I'm dead serious. He's up there with the Stellaron Hunters as far as how wanted he is, okay? There is very little explanation. Very little explanation for why these two would be hanging out unless they've got something that they're planning together. I see you, Juan. I'm not addressing that.
The Penacony prides itself on being a
Eventually he's playing 4D
resort.
chess, trust. Hey, he's an
How are they
auto
gonna
variant.
attract tourists if
They can do
don't
that.
have
They
any
can do
events?
things like that.
Besides, didn't the
Chill dude,
last
that's why
Charmony
Aventurine is
Festival
chilled
have a
too.
little
Aventurine is
accident?
very much not chill, but
that
pretends
probably
to
was
be.
great for Penacony.
Let's be real here.
The family's definitely gonna
You
want
enjoying
to
Galaxy
find
Ranger or
another
Masked Wolf?
opportunity
Probably
to generate
Masked
some
Fool.
buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival.
Might be fun.
Therefore, returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be so great.
I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants.
Historical
And the final
figures.
winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's
He's just a
definitely
silly
nice
guy,
gimmick.
Aventurine. Yep.
But as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate.
I thought it was a joke. I saw it on Twitter. I saw someone quote that on Twitter. People die if they're killed. What gave you that little brain lightning bolt, Boot Hill? Yeah, Benji. Yes, the floor here is made of floor. I'm ashamed of what I've become. You put the most brain rot meme in front of me and I'm immediately on the floor. I see that stone is made of rock. Yep. It shouldn't be that funny.
Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But as we all know, people die if they're killed.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep doing this forever. I'm sorry.
Bullets don't discriminate. So if someone gets caught in the
Oh
crossfire.
my gosh.
Rest assured, everyone, the Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream.
Yes, we said
Everyone
last
can
time.
participate and watch in peace.
Archer class is made of archers.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radio
God,
Fell
brain rot,
Spot.
rhymes
Yeah,
with
owner of
Krog.
Penacony superstar, the Soul Glad festivity. Ah, dear Trailblazer.
Yes! Oh, it's animated.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this
Yay.
war.
Well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's
Yes, he's gonna be
Strategic
there.
Investment Department
My
sent
boy.
me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering.
I'm curious who
Why
summons you.
is
It's
a
gonna be
criminal wanted
interesting.
by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boot Hill really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Ooh.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other
Are
special
all of
participants
these
that we've been looking
participants?
forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War.
Okay.
They are respectively Saber,
Yay.
Archer, and Lancer.
That's
Yay.
what I'm talking
I heard
about.
Lancer came out of
I
nowhere.
wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why
Normally
you
it's
pay
only
big
7
bucks
masters,
to
7
get the
servants.
big
Okay, nice. Good to
names.
know.
As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game.
This is
Here's
gonna
a
be so
reminder that
cool.
The Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye out for it. Now let's learn more about Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh,
Yay.
yes!
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all.
I know nothing about the
You gotta
Northern
dress
Group.
up
This
for
is
the
really cool,
occasion.
though.
Exactly
7-Eleven
right.
Slurpee
The
Day.
King of Knight's new
that's
outfit
fun.
was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains their iconic blue and white colors.
And her
Yo.
iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility
king is
of a
pretty.
king, and also emphasizes utility.
Oh, wait. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 people here. Like we were just talking about, they only showed 6, right? You've got Saber. That's Boothill. That's Aventurine. And he's got the white-looking suit there. It might just be the light, or maybe it's another Clown Alpha reference. I am insane. We've got Robin. We've got the Trailblazer. We've got 2 people here. What are they? Coral, this is Fate. Oh. Astolfo not being this collab is a dropped ball. Okay. 7 HSR characters and each has a servant. It's Scott. It could be Scott. Oh, now that you mention it, it does look like Scott. Yeah, that's obviously OT. Oh. Are we gonna have another interaction with everyone's favorite soul glad loving pig? Oh, I'm so excited.
A warrior. The lines
I
along her
love the hate
shoulders and her
Scott.
cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt
Oh,
is
got
quite
ads in the Twitch
reminiscent
chat.
of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well,
Oop. Oh, thank you for the attendance, Momo.
いつでも出陣できます燃え果て騎士の魂よ
Why is that sword not a sword? I assume the fans have an explanation for me. Which animal will he imitate this time? Maybe a cow.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Does anyone ever think about how little sense these actually make if you actually kind of translate them into your head to what he's actually trying to censor? Is he actually trying to like thinking about what he's censoring anymore, or does he just like accept it and is just making things sound ridiculous?
Talk about fancy visuals.
Oh, got it.
The
Thank
King
you.
of Knights.
Thank you guys.
is
Thank you,
always
chat.
stuffing her face.
Makes sense. King
Even
Arthur
in
things.
Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
that's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction.
Okay.
Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle.
All
if she
right.
uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Interesting. I like this.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are.
Groot's just like that. He's just
ally
not
uses their
self-concerned.
ultimate,
He's
Saber
too
obtains core
cinnamon rolled
resonance
into
and
actual
increases
swears.
her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Nights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into Enhanced Basic Attack. Her Enhanced Basic Attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy...
Let me do a thing real quick. She's a wind character. Granted, again, I know nothing about Fate. So, let me just do a thing. So, I have some Fate fans in chat. I know that. If she is a wind character, what that means, based in my philosophy about the wind and the paths and the elements in the paths, mean that she is either, it's a major part of her character that she's either searching for something or running from something. Now, I assume, based on the fact that she's hiding her sword, it's the latter one. So, yeah. It's more and more stuff. What did they say? She was following the path of searching for the Holy Grail. She's on the run. It's both. Okay, got it. Then yeah, okay. She's path of I forget. Destruction. Okay. So there is some self-destruction involved then. If she's self-destructing... Hi, Battle Droid, how you doing? Searching for the Grail for her wish, running away from her past and errors. Okay, got it. So yeah, it's this, when things like this happen, when I start being able to... For example, I predicted Mighty's storyline. I did it privately. I believe I did it in a chat with Strike. Hello, Strike. But yeah, I can predict a character's kind of basic arc at this point based on stuff. I predicted Anaxa would be the one to show us the history of Penacony based on him calling himself a fool. So yeah, Archer's path might spoil a lot though. That's fine. Let's get to him in a second.
And the energy she can
wants to erase her legacy? Okay, that is a very destruction
the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately
Archer's
take
path
action.
might spoil a lot. Is that okay? No,
So
yeah,
if
it's fine. Here's the thing. It's not spoiling a lot if they tell us. Okay? I am basing my understanding of the characters, like in my understanding of the paths. This is a theory that I have worked on. And so, Wind really does fit her. Yeah, it kind of does. This whole idea of paths aligning with certain character traits and elements aligning with certain character traits and with certain paths, Anaxis showed the history of Penacony. He showed us the true nature of Penacony. He was the one who revealed the time cycle. Yeah, this is my theory. This is my understanding of the path and the element system. So me predicting things based on my own theory, I don't count as a spoiler because it is still just a theory, but it has gotten very consistently correct at this point.
Replenish core resonance in
You mean
as many ways as
Amphorius?
possible.
Oh yeah, Amphorius.
You can use Excalibur more frequently.
Yeah, he showed us the nature of
That's
Amphorius,
right.
not Penacony.
Not only does the sword bear
Sparkle
the key
showed
of
us the
Night's
nature of
past,
Penacony.
present,
She's
and
also
future,
cool.
but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle.
Woo.
All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit,
Woo.
Archer.
Archer!
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much.
Okay, Quantum and Hunt. So something to do with... If he's Quantum... then what he does then is he breaks something about the battlefield. We've got characters who summon portals, they break physics. We've got characters who see into the future and break time. I don't know what this means for Archer. Male quantum. Yeah, he's the first male quantum character. So wait, what's the symbol of quantum to you, Emma? What's the symbol of quantum? Yeah, it's possibility. It is breaking something. He can summon his inner world and overlay it over reality. That fits quantum perfectly. That fits quantum perfectly. Quantum is aligned often with erudition, or erudition kind of has the same thing behind it. And erudition characters, they are people who understand how possibility works. Okay, he breaks himself. Okay, that's fascinating. Oh my gosh. He's from the future and wants to change it. Yeah, he breaks reality. Okay, so and the hunt means he is incredibly focused on his goal to the exclusion of anything else that he comes across. He doesn't pay attention to anything except what is going to get closer to his goal. Yeah. He's hunt, so revenge? No, it's not about revenge. It is about he is going to absolutely get close to his goal no matter what it takes. He ignores everything else. He's really determined to kill himself. Oh no. Oh no. It's really spot on with Archer. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, this is by the way, I made 2 videos about this, guys. I have if you look through like my past videos, there's one with Ether and Stell on it that says how they're connected. It's about Genshin, it's about the elements. And then I've got the one after that was, well, it's the video directly after that is about the element system. I believe it says lore or combat, and it's got the Lightning Lord on the thumbnail, but that is about the paths, okay? So, hey, thank you so much. Oh, wait. Nibiska Blue, I am not pronouncing that correctly. I am so sorry, but thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Straightforward wants to delete himself. Okay. Awesome. Good to, please don't delete yourself, sir. But good to know. But yeah, that is that's, yeah. I can now predict characters' stuff. He wants to murder his past self. Oh, got it. The only anomaly is remembrance. Here's the thing about remembrance. Remembrance is an anomaly specifically because each of the characters in it technically follow one of the other 7 paths. Like, their memo sprite does a thing that aligns them with one of the other 7 paths. The only difference is it's what they're doing is drawing strength from a memory, and the memory itself manifests in the form of a memo sprite. Black Swan could, if she were to be like recreated as a remembrance character now, I would assume that her memo sprites would be something like her cards. Okay? So I don't know. Got your interpretation of the hunt mixed up with Nova's. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. So what you're saying, because I remember your thing from earlier, Nova said revenge was the hunt? Wait a second. Let me look up the hunt characters right now, because I'm pretty sure I can find an anomaly with that. Hunt characters. No, I don't have to. Sushang. Sushang is hunt, right? She's not out for revenge. She hunt? Where is it? One of you might get to it before me. Lan is the definition of a hater and goes out of their way to get revenge on abundance. I don't think that's about revenge. Lan, that was how Lan ascended, but I don't think that is what they are the eon of. They are just kind of the like I said, they're kind of the eon of tree zombie hunting. Nope, she is Hunt. Okay. Topaz and Numby. Yeah, Topaz and Numby, it is not about revenge for them either. Yanqing, it's not revenge. Zila, if you push it, yes. March, not revenge. How many characters here actually follow revenge thing? Boot Hill, yes. Don Hung, yes. Dr. Ratio, I'll be generous and say yeah. Fei Zhao, yes. Mozi, yes. That's 5 out of 10. Only half of the characters actually have a revenge story. I assume Nova, if you watch this, by the way, I'm so sorry, I have not watched your videos themselves. If this gets referred to Nova, just be aware that I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I assume that their method of examining had more to do with how the eons ascended than the actual characteristics of the people on the path. I go specifically with looking for shared characteristics among characters, because I believe if they're on a path, I'm looking at why are they on this path. And with all of them, what I see is focus. Path of hyperfixation. Yeah, that's from my video, yeah. Sushang is destruction, she's Hunt. I'm looking at it, it's in front of me. She's physical though. Not for the path as revenge, only Lan. I feel like they're definitely not one and the same, but I feel like there's enough overlap that I don't think it works to separate them out in that sense. In that particular sense. And specifically in this situation, if I'm going to use a character's path and element to look at, like try and predict their story arc, what I'm going to be looking at is the other characters who have that same path and element. I'm not necessarily going to be looking at the Eon. I think we've diverged a little bit too from the thing, but yeah. Don't think Lan is trying to get revenge. It seems to be more like their purpose is just to hunt Yasha. Yeah, they're just focused. I don't think Lan... There's definitely an element of revenge to the reason why Lan does it, but it has nothing to do with them being an Eon, if that makes sense at all. I don't know. It's odd. It's odd. I would like to see the hunt as tunnel vision towards a single. That's what it is. I mean, you look at Zila, you look at Sushang, Topaz, Numby, Yanqing, all of them, Dr. Ratio is the best example of this, and Boot Hill. But, if you, were to pass them in the street and say hi to them, they literally probably wouldn't even acknowledge you. The moment that you become important to their goal, they're focused on you, right? And that's part of why you see this most prevalently in Sushang, because what she does is she has a wonderful time with her friends and everything, but it's all about, for her, being a good Cloud Knight, you know? Revenge is a goal, yeah, revenge is a goal, but it doesn't have to be the goal for all of these characters, you know? I see what you're saying, that like Lan, revenge is Lan's goal. That makes sense. Quite literally the hunt for their ultimate goal. Yeah. Hunt, it's like an arrow. You breeze past the things that are not your target so that you can hit your target. You know? And that's also why I connect them with wind. It's something else that's really interesting that I haven't talked about yet, is each of the paths and the eons has a weapon that is associated with them. It's not just the elements, it's not just the factions, it's not just the civilizations, but each path has a weapon associated with it too. It's really fascinating. Okay, so let me go through it. Yeah, they do. Let me pull up a list of the eons. And this has actually contributed to some of my stuff as well. We don't know all of them yet. This is one of those things that I'm keeping an eye out for, but we don't have enough information on some of the eons. on some of the eons to get a full thing. Aha is associated most with a rapier. It's those really, really skinny swords, the same kind that Lo-Cha uses. Akivili doesn't have one that we know of yet. Enna, who IX. Let me see, who is it? Lan is the bow and arrow. I don't know about some of these other ones yet. Klipoth is the hammer. Seems most likely to be the next gameplay path, TBH, yeah. Foolie's weapon is their giant hat. Noose, I don't know. Noose might just be knowledge. Could easily just be knowledge. Yaosha, I don't think has a weapon. For as much destruction as they cause, it's weird. That's one that's not entirely fleshed out yet, but I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm looking for more information on it, you know? Nanook is a sword. Potentially. Noose is a laser. That actually works really well. I like that idea. A nuke. Remembrance needs time to simmer. Yeah, I agree. We need a little more time with Remembrance. Would you count antimatter as a weapon? No, not off the top of my head. Nanook's weapon might be the Honkai. I don't know. I've been thinking about this a bit, but I don't quite. I'm still trying to figure it out. All right, let's keep going with this a little bit because I do need to get back to scripting, or we're not going to get the video before we
Put on a new outfit too.
He even changed where his accessories go.
A broken piece of glass can be a weapon. Ooh. Foolie, anyone? IX existing is the weapon. Gravity. Remembrance is the pen. Yeah.
Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has
Aeons
the
are also
classic red
tarot
and black
cards.
look,
There
the sharp contrast,
are some
reminiscent
connections.
of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear
Light cones
emphasizes
are
his
usually
lean
weapons
figure.
in gameplay. Or technically weapons in gameplay. Not quite. There's something which gives you a power up for sure, but the weapons are just weapons. Don Hung has a spear, the Trailblazer has a bat, then has a lance and hat and pen and all this stuff. But they kind of have the same function as weapons as compared to the other Hoyo games, so yeah.
And is the perfect fusion of attractiveness.
Remembrance is the power
and
weapon of friendship.
strength.
Remembrance
You
is the
got
pen.
that
I
right.
agree with what was said
Director,
earlier.
show us the game footage already.
It even fits the whole idea of memories being recorded. Whoa! Why he have bats? Whoa. His power copy weapon? Okay, got it.
Unlimited blade works.
Yee.
Oh, so that's Unlimited Blade Works?
Wow.
Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Archer might also be the
Okay.
main character's servant.
Archer is a
That would
quantum
make
character
sense.
following the path of the hunt.
Ooh.
When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill, and he
Interesting.
can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Wow,
The
okay.
more times you use his skill consecutively,
So
the more
Sparkle is
damage Archer
absolutely
deals to
needed.
enemies. After all, everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate unlimited blade wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction.
Funny I use the swords most of the time, even though it's an Archer.
I have big news for everyone. From when the Collab event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star Collab character Archer for free!
Yeah!
Nice.
Free Archer!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga.
Oh, this is so cool!
We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
It's so exciting!
Yeah. How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Oh, awesome!
But
they treat us well, Chad. They treat us well.
I'm not quite done yet. Besides claiming Archer for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All
Dang.
right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone, A Thankless Coronation from Birth of a King, and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Oh, okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Yo, okay.
Long-term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones.
Exactly. These
Yes,
collab
okay,
banners
awesome.
run
So I
across
will
multiple
eventually get
versions
Saber.
with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nice.
And here's one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts.
That's awesome.
After the collab
Oh
event
my
starts,
goodness.
when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn.
Throughout
Wow,
all of
okay,
version
oh my
3.4? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah!
And now, as the collab kicks off, the voice actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's
Okay.
take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
I'm so excited. This is gonna be incredible.
これからマスターになる開拓者の
Hello,
皆さん、
trailblazers
こ
out
んばん
there
は。
who will soon
セーバー
become masters. I'm Saber's voice artist, Kawasumi Ayako.
役のカスメヤコです。崩壊スターレールと
Collab
フェイトステイナイト
between
アンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もと
And
て
as
もワク
Saber's
ワク
voice
していま
artist,
す。
I'm filled with
この2つの
indescribable
作品開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品に
I feel like that these two worlds share a deep
は
similarity
ど
at
こか
their
似ているも
cores.
のがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と
The
立ち向
King
かう
of Knights' courage in
セ
wielding
ー
her
バーの
sword
姿は厳しい冒険の中で
to
も
challenge
前へと
fate
進み
feels just like
続
the
ける開拓者の
trailblazers'
姿と似ている
unwavering
のではないか
determination
な
in
と
pursuing
思い
their
ま
own
した。
path.
収録中は
During
フ
the
ェイトとスタ
recording
ーレイ
process, I truly felt that
の
magical
世界観
spark
が
that
混ざり合い
happens when two
新たな
distinct worlds
魅
collide.
力が生まれていくのを感じました。
あまり多くは話せないのですが、セイバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。
I hope this collab moves and delights everyone. Oop. Just 1 second. I just got a text that I must respond to. Mom. Where's my mom? There we go. There we go. Yeah.
星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイト・ステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイト・ステイナイト・アンリミテッド・ブレイドワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる崇拝戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレイドワークスの演出がとてもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Bladeworks collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration.
I'm so excited. I really love that they're doing more like collabs and things. It's amazing.
For their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Awesome.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most pierced beauty of them all.
Oh, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
Yeah, I was not sure.
After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail.
Okay.
Now, the Grail can load the simulated data of past striders through the user's memories.
Yay!
So Fate Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends.
Woo, so exciting!
V1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra health.
Plus, okay, I love it when they do the thing where you gotta like select a certain thing.
I love command spells.
So
using these spells
like
gets additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
Could be.
Right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics.
Oh my goodness,
The
this is amazing.
level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
No, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate's Stay Night have also prepared a special protected mode competition.
I will say, it's just for entertainment. It's just reality TV. I saw a freaking Swarm Mother in the Pentaconi Grand Theater, and it was doing an absorb. I don't think it's gonna be that simple. And I also saw people getting freaking Herrscher of Domination. Please don't let this end the same way. I'm very concerned. Is this a dream? Yeah, it's in Pentaconi. Everything in Pentaconi is a dream.
In protected mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters and enemy strength.
That's what they said last time we ended up in Pentaconi. That's also what we said first time we went to Emphorius. Someone saying, just trust me, bro, is usually not someone you should trust.
Is toned down.
Ah, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate's Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblazer Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate's Stay Night. The Fate's Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Okay, okay.
So much content.
All right.
I love that. I actually love that. It can be a lot to sit down and go through, like at the same time at the beginning. So I actually really like the idea of them splitting it up and having it happen every 2-3 weeks. There's more content, but so it's not all at once. I actually really like that. When was the last time we got a Trailblaze Continuance? Ooh, it's been since the Prof Nana stuff. Since the banana, I think. Yeah? Or was it before then? Was that an actual Trailblaze mission? Or was that a continuance? I don't remember. Banana. Banana, 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 banana. Wasn't that main quest? It might have been. I don't know. I'm not remembering.
Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Fun stuff. Oh my gosh. Albert, you look very, very... Albert, okay. They said the thing. We hope you'll stay the night. I don't know what that means. Oh no. My heckin'... Oh no. My heckin' Law and Order obsession. Revealed for all to see. No. Oh, where do I get the money to reach 200 pulls? I mean, here's the thing. What you do is you go around and you open all the chests on the new maps. You can easily get up above 200 pulls per banner if you actually log in every day and do the things. Trust me, I do it. I'm a little obsessed. Albert's staring and sound like we owe him money. Yep. That'll the anime Fate Stay Night. Oh wow, interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and end stream here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream here because I have got to get back to scripting a video, and this video is going to come out before the update, so you guys get to hear all about why I think people are other people and why I think this is a bad thing and who actually has control of this crazy stuff. So, too late, I'm so sorry. I will be live again sometime next week. I don't know exactly when, but it'll be soon. Alright, good luck on the script. Thank you guys so much. I will try and keep you guys updated. I'm on Twitter, and I usually post Twitter updates when I'm doing scripts. So if you want to follow me on there, it's the same handle as here, no matter which, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, it's the same. All right, love you guys. If you want to join the Discord, join the Discord. There is a link in the Twitch chat. And there is also, I believe, something in the About Me on YouTube. If not, I will put here. Wait. I am smart. Trust me, I'm smart. There we go. There we go. There's the Discord chat if you want it. All right. I will see you next time, which will be in about a week. Next Wednesday, not next. July 2nd ish. My birthday's on July 1st. Haha. Yeah, I think I'll be here for July 2nd, and we'll do the update. I might be around before then if I decide to react to the what was it? I haven't watched Cypher's trailer. I haven't watched Hyacinth's trailer. I haven't watched. I actually, trust me, I haven't watched this. Sorry, I haven't watched the Star Rail concert either. I've seen clips. I've seen it's very good. But yeah, I will try and go live before the actual update to do those things. But until then, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Please stay safe and stay kind. I'm gonna raid out on my Twitch chat, but goodbye to YouTube for now. I will see you guys next time. Bye.